So, one of my favorite DC titles that I always love to see um, is Justice League International. It's always a title I always think about, and like, if I could write a DC comic, it would be Justice League International. It was just a fun book. It was a comic series with a bunch of the B-list characters, of the B and C-list characters taking on, new roles and becoming like the forefront with the Justice League. So I always thought it'd be kind of fun, like how I would bring back the Justice League International. Like how would I do Justice League International in this day and age of the DC universe? Well, here's what I'd do. So, for my pitch of Justice League International, my pitch would be that the Justice League is big. But it's not... Here's the thing. The Justice League is always, like, a select number of characters now. It's not... It's only, like, up to 10, maybe 12 super members max in these lineups. And they're all namely from America or from other nations who do have alliances to America in one aspect or another. So, I would have that the Justice League has a sit-down with the UN, and they're like, I would have it that there was a crisis, the Justice League got there and solved it, but in, like, very little time. It was, like, by the skin of their teeth, they managed to solve this problem. And now the UN is like, look, guys, we're not questioning that you guys can do it, but it would not hurt to have a second team. Like, maybe have more people on this group. Like, it wouldn't kill you. It wouldn't have to have a second Justice League team. Like, it wouldn't be so bad. And Batman would be like, I don't trust the idea of the UN telling us what to do. And Superman's like, no, that's fine. We know people. This is the thing. Like, Justice League and the UN would have these negotiations, and it's like, fine, we will have a Justice League team that will handle things on a more international scale, but you have to work with us, like the Justice League and this new Justice League International, to work with this team. And we'll do it, but you have to meet us halfway on like restrictions and whatnot. You guys gotta, we'll do that. So the Justice League International is brought back, and essentially what happens is that they're like, well, who do we select for this team? And the UN is like, you have to represent it for every participating member. There has to be a superhero from that nation. So they're already like, well, we know one guy who's going to join us. We already know one person who's going to join us, and they already know who's coming. Like, they already know who's going to show up first, and it's Guy Gardner. And he's like, of course I would have Guy Gardner come flying in. It's like, hey assholes. Do you think you were going to bring back JLI and not have me on the team? Fuck yeah, let's do this. And they're just like, Jesus fucking Christ, of course Guy shows up. And they're like, okay, Guy, but you're not the leader. He's like, fine, I don't get punched by Batman, that's okay. And, so what I would do is, like I said, each nation would have a character, and here's the thing, Guy would also, he knows a lot of the JLI members, and he's like, I can go get these people. Like, I know them. They know me, and I can go talk to them. So Guy would be and they're like, okay, Guy, you go do it. So Guy Gardner would go around getting members of the Justice League International. And of course he gets Fire and Ice, because they both represent Norway and Brazil. They both represent Norway and Brazil, so he'd get Fire and Ice. Guy would also go get the female Dr. Light, representing Japan. He'd bring her into the group and be like, hey, welcome back. It's like, why are you getting all the women first, Guy? He's like, because there's power in... And Wonder Woman would go, you finish that sentence, your jaw is going to be half across the hallway. There's power, women pride. yay, yay, go women, and she's like, fuck it, fine, that's what we'll do. So then he goes and gets Red Rocket from Rocket Red, or Red Rocket, they always changed around, from Russia. And he was a big mech suit guy, so he goes and gets him. Guy also gets the new, the Chinese. He also goes to China and gets the Chinese Superman, which I haven't read that whole story, so I don't know if he's alive or dead or not. But yeah, and of course, he gets the Chinese Superman to represent, of course, to represent China. He also goes and gets Shamrock from Ireland. He gets who would be my pick for? The Knight and Squire. He would get Knight and Squire from England. Yeah. So add some new members to that, and it would be like he would ask Batman to join, and he'd be like, no, no, Guy, I'm not working with that. But Guy would not be made the leader. Like, the Justice League are like, well, who do we have? And after Guy gets Knight and Squire, they're like, Guy even says, there's only one guy I can trust who could lead this team of assholes. It ain't me. But I know a guy. And he goes and gets Captain Atom. Yep, so Captain Atom is the team leader for the Justice League and he also represents America. And they're like, Guy, you're also American. Why are you part of this team? Why do you want to be part of this team? And this would be the other members of the JLI. Like, we get 2 people representing America. That's wonderful. Yeah, great. And to which Guy points out, I'm representing, like, the intergalactic side. I'm representing space. And they're like, that's not a good example, but whatever. And it's more like Guy just misses Earth. And he's just been like, I like hanging around with the Green Lantern Corps and all, but there's only so much alien food you can eat until you want to just come back home. So, yeah. But Captain Atom would also, like, tells him straight up, like, if you do this, you're going to follow my orders. I know we got history, Guy, but, like, I will beat the shit out of you if you step out of line. So that's where it is that Captain Atom leads this version of the Justice League International. You may be saying, well, why Captain Atom? Because Captain Atom, let's be real, the only thing they do with Captain Atom anymore is have him blow up in any story. He just blows up. And I'm so tired of that, because I really, Captain Atom as a character is pretty fun, so I'd like to have him have a little more agency. He's a lot more powerful than people give him credit for. So that would be my team. It would definitely put the International in Justice League International. And add some new characters. Like I said, Knight and Squire and the Chinese Superman. That I'm not being racist. That's literally what they call him sometimes. Well, actually, that's what they actually call him, is Chinese Superman. Well, and also they do call him Super-Man. It's a whole thing. So, there you go, guys. That is my pitch for Justice League International. You guys tell me in the comments below. What did you guys think of it? Comment below. Let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.